the test reveals things that I couldn't pick up just talking to someone about, right? Like to a lot of times, like, self-worth, for example, your social self-worth being at 6, I wouldn't have known that it's significant, that there's something there. And so I do find it to be one of those things that's helpful for both of us to identify of it's like a blood test that just says, how you doing?
That's the point. When you can see it clearly, you can stop doing random fixes. And the part I love most about this is it's measurable. You can take it now, get your scores, start focusing on the right area, and then take it again later and see if what you're doing is actually helping. You'll be able to watch your emotional dial come down over time. And this next clip is exactly what I mean by measurable progress. Real numbers you can track, not just, I think I'm doing better.
When I started it, I was pretty big in the grief stage, and I just wasn't able to see the future and of what my life looked like without him and things like that. I definitely think the class helped with that. So
Okay, good. And so you were going through divorce like early stages when you started the
no,
program?
my divorce had been final for about 3 months when I started.
Okay. I'm looking at your scores here. So your original overall score was 35. Your new overall score is 81. That's awesome, Brooke. I mean, that's significant.
Yeah.
That's what life after divorce looks like when you're finally getting traction. Not that everything is perfect, but you're not stuck in the loop. You're moving. And I want to be clear. I'm not saying legal and financial don't matter. They do. But I am saying this. The emotional pillar is the steering wheel. When the emotional dial is a 10, your resources get drained across the board. Time, money, energy, tension. And when you turn that dial down, your decisions get cleaner. Communication gets calmer. Things get less reactive. And the other meters stop being so amplified. So if life after divorce has felt confusing, heavy, or like you're stuck in a loop, start here. Take that self-test. Get your snapshot, get your roadmap, and use it as your scorecard as you rebuild. And one last note, sometimes the most helpful thing is simply hearing someone say, this is what I did that worked.
Because I made the mistake of reaching out and leaning on my friends. And as much as they cared, they just got tired. They couldn't carry the weight. It was too much to carry. And I really wore my relationships thin by my level of need because I needed so much. I was bleeding out my eyeballs at that point. And to go to a support group where everyone has that same level of need, it felt really good. One, because it normalizes the need and it makes you realize you're justified. But two, it gives you a path forward in terms of not feeling alone. So I highly recommend it.
You don't have to do everything. You don't have to do it perfectly. You just need to take the next right step. And you need a way to measure whether what you're doing is actually working. That's how you stop guessing. That's how you interrupt the doom loop. And that's how you begin rebuilding your life after divorce.